Welcome, everyone, to the Shipyards. I am Takeshi Yamato, the Yardmaster, joining our host, the Housecoat Gamer.
Yo.
Today we're taking a look at the Adament-Class starship, a Terran Empire design that has, well, it's also become a Starfleet vessel type, part of the tech exchange during the Seeker conflict.
The venerable Defiant served quite well in the Terran Rebellion. However, its shortcomings, such as the tendency to try and blow itself to pieces, most notable when the ISS Defiant was constructed and with the destruction of the ISS Valiant later on during the Rebellion. Hint, hint.
Yep.
Screw Red Squad.
Yep.
The Terran Empire took a look at the design and decided to try and modify it.
Yes.
Their end goal? To make this thing into a murder machine, or at the very least, an assassination machine.
Yes. You see, the Terran Empire took a different approach to the Defiant design when modernizing it. Starfleet, when they made when they finalized it, they basically turned it into a prop. They basically focused on just making it a full proper warship, and they came up with the Sao Paulo, at least in my headcanon. The Terrans, they made this thing a strike ship. This is not a frontline vessel or even a Wolfpack vessel. This is a vessel that gets in close secretly, unloads everything. Unloads practically everything it has onto an unsuspecting target, and then slips away in the ensuing carnage.
For lack of a better term, it is an F-35 Lightning II, or a F-117 depending on what you want to think about. As this is for lack of a better term, a first strike craft, which is all stealth is good for, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
That said, during the Seeker conflict, Starfleet got their hands on a couple of these ships. They were disturbed, but decided what the hell, we'll appropriate the damn things because they're useful. After all, they do need more counters to Klingon birds of prey.
Yeah. Just because they're allied with the Klingons doesn't mean they shouldn't have something on hand just in case. Civil War, Jim Pock.
Yeah, on the subject of that, we should really redo a campaign for that. Minus all the orc crap.
Yes, we should do a campaign for that.
Anywho, the Adament-Class is designed as a stealth attacker, but that does not mean it does not have all the equivalent firepower of a Defiant-class vessel. It's just a, stealth ship, not a poorly thought out knife fighter.
Yeah.
Get over it, Cisco screwed up.
Yeah.
That said,
the Defiant was a poorly thought out knife fighter. This thing is basically an assassin. The Sao Paulo is
the Defiant without the bugs.
more a guerrilla fighter. I would imagine.
I'm going to kill you. I'm going to make you bleed.
Yeah.
And then while you're distracted with me, the other guy's going to decloak and kill you.
Yeah. So, let's get to the stats. We've given this thing an entered service date of 2402 for the Terrans and 2412 for Starfleet. because, well, Terrans came up with it, they used it for a while, and then during the Seeker conflict, Starfleet got a hold of it. Either way, 60 points, though scale 3 drops it to 59. We have systems values of comms 9, computers 9, engines 12, sensors 9, structure 7, weapons 13. Weapons 13 is common for Defiant class variants, but this thing is definitely a glass cannon. But it's also really fast. For department values, it has 2 points in con, 1 point in security. An inverse of what the Defiant has, and Defiant and Sao Paulo have, but it works. Again, it's a speedy raiding craft. It's a speedy first strike craft. For weapons, well, it's got the same amount, the same types. Phaser arrays, phaser cannons, quantum torpedoes, and a strength 2 tractor beam. For talents, it has the cloaking device, as always, but the Terrans did not give this thing a blade of armor. Instead, they gave it improved impulse drive, focusing more on the speed and the quick strike than the ability to take a hit. And for descriptor traits, we have Terran Imperial Starship, Federation Starship, and we gave it the trait Assassin of Joy.
Gee, I wonder where that term came from.
Yeah, I think you came up with it when we first designed this. Technically, I remember us working on it and maybe making a vid of it, but we didn't find that vid, so we couldn't find that vid, so we had to make a new one. And we're uploading it as soon as it's finished because, well, our next hero ship is going to be an Adamant.
Joy. Regardless, we will return to your standard viewing schedule as soon as we're done.
Indeed.
In which case, I'm